Do you get it? You know, the kiss. I might offend some people, so therefore, kiss my beep. I hope that message is easily read with that intro. Anyway, it's day 2 or night 2 for my streak of reactions this week. We're going on to 4, from 3 to 4. Woo! Exciting. I don't know, maybe there will be a bonus of 5 if I really, get addicted to doing this. But yeah, as of right now, it's set in stone. We're doing stream reaction. Why do I keep calling them stream? Reaction video number 2 out of 4. And I dedicate my Mondays to Sidemen requests. But today I stumbled upon a video called, let's shrink me, on being ugly. So it's a 7-minute video. And if you know me, my 7-minute videos might end up being half an hour. But this thing is viral, this video, I think. Because it's 26,280 comments, 3.6 million views from 12 years ago. Not sure if it just blossomed and boomed now, but yeah, let's see what she has to say. She sounded like a girl. I listened to 3 seconds of it. But as always, let's crack open one of these bad boys so I don't mellow out too much. It's Pineapple Mango Blast. For those who don't care, I don't know if you guys understand. This is to the haters who tell me I yap too much, I pause too much. What else is a reaction video? And also, I'm doing this so I can, speak a little. There's been days where I would go for a W, can't say the trigger word, I have dogs, and the first thing I would say, this is when my Tarzan twins were still little infants, I wouldn't have spoken all day, and the first word I would say is to my neighbor, and it'd be I'd be out of gear. So I need to do this. I need to talk more. I need to say what's on my mind, or I'm gonna explode, okay? If you don't like it, move along, alright? Alright, move along. This is so much better than yesterday. Pineapple Mango Blast. Yeah, I'm having a blast with this. Anyway, let's listen to her.
Okay, so I'm a mess right now, and I was actually going to shower even though it's almost 3 o'clock, but the water was all cold, so no luck. But this bit...
I feel like I can't judge her because I say a lot of irrelevant things before I start my reactions. Cheers.
Being a mess kind of made me want to talk about something that I've really been wanting to talk about for a while anyway. So...
I have to see if she has any more videos. If this is one of her first. It's kind of already breaking my heart that the title's On Being Ugly. She feels like a mess, and then she had this need to pull out her camera and talk to someone. Kind of like me. Oh my gosh, I can really relate to her right now.
There. A lot of the time I think of myself as... So... to talk about but this being a mess kind of made me want to talk about something that I've really been wanting to talk about for a while anyway. So
it's been eating away at her.
There. A lot of the time I think of myself as ugly, and I don't think that that's a bad...
Why does she think she's ugly? I mean, personally, I think I have such a round face, and I'm very unsymmetrical. Really, take a look at me, and you're gonna see how unsymmetrical I am. everyone makes fun of my eyebrows, so I know I think about those a lot. They're not even sisters, they're cousins. And I also have this thing where I have Polish ears, I call them. Well, when I was in high school, this one guy was so obsessed with calling me Dumbo, but that's not what I care about. I actually don't even care about this. I have cricket ears. So if you look, how much higher is this one than this one? And then one is more flat than the other. So yeah, those are my big insecurities. And also, I always had an issue with my lips. I thought that they were so wrinkly ever since I was little. And I always had bigger lips growing up. Geez, I'm really coming out with it. Yeah, so, and then I remember one time one guy like turning around in class and being like, "You have really big lips." And I was like, yeah, that's one thing that I'm very, like this little preteen, very self-conscious of. So yeah, my ears, my eyebrows, how asymmetrical I really am. Just like, and my uneven ears, one's higher than the other. So let's start there. But I knew my whole life that this is something, like the ears, them being crooked, that's something only I saw. But yeah, these things, they do get pointed out, so they add on to the like insecurity of it. But I don't think I was ever thinking I wanted to change that about me. I don't know. I just had a mother who was always like, embrace your natural beauty. So it was never conditioned in my mind to like enhance it, bring it out, but don't completely mutilate yourself over it. Anyways, enough about me. Now you know a little bit more about me though.
A lot of the time it's just something that I can accept and be cool with and get on, and I can just be okay with it. Just like a lot of overweight.
That's like me. Yeah, I'm okay with it. And I don't know, I just felt like I had so much other things to offer than this. And one thing my mom always taught me was like, beauty is now, but the beauty in your heart stays forever.
People don't want to be told that they're not fat. I don't want to be told that I'm not ugly. I don't want to call myself unconventionally pretty. I am happy a lot of the time.
I don't agree with her here. I think fat people don't want to be, just like a lot of overweight people don't want to be told that they're not fat. No, I'm pretty sure we glorify their thickness. I'm pretty sure they have the plus size genre, and I really think that overweight women are probably the most confident. Like, you can have a beautiful Megan Fox, and look how she mutilated herself. Look how she freaking mutilated herself. These girls, like Megan Fox, are so hard on themselves, and then the overweight people, they can have a little shame. They can hear a little pressure. They should. It's just so backwards. Like, a girl like Megan Fox should be confident. A girl who's overweight should feel like I'll be more confident if I lose this weight.
Not fat. I don't want to be told that I'm not ugly.
I feel like I need to start talking to this girl as a friend right now. I don't want to be told that I'm not ugly. Okay. My dad, he's almost 70. He's pushing 70. When I was really little, I remember driving around with him, and he told me that he doesn't believe there's an ugly woman on the planet. Okay, before any modern feminist attacks my dad. This is like early 2000s said. And yeah, the guy's pushing 70. What he said was there's women who choose not to take care of themselves. There's women who don't really know which direction to go with how they should look. So there's women who just completely neglect it. Some women who are clueless about it, like they're kind of doing something wrong too. But he thinks there's no such thing as an ugly woman. Like a woman can help herself.
I don't want to call myself unconventionally pretty. I am happy a lot of the time to think of myself as ugly. I think ugliness only becomes a problem when you...
I don't really get that. I'm happy to call myself ugly. I'm going to probably understand later on. But before she continues, I want to be... I don't understand. Again, I think she can totally turn this around. Like, grow out her hair if she wanted to be conventionally pretty. Doesn't take much to be. You can be original. That's hard. I think being original is more hard than being conventional. Am I right? Am I wrong? Like, she can grow out her hair, do the baby lights, shadow root. You know, right now this eyebrow is trending. I'll never get that. I just, you know, you're a lab rat for your esthetician mom once when you're 12 and forever never have your eyebrows back. Forever have stick brows till you're 34 and onwards. Okay, I think ugly only becomes a problem when you let it get in the way of your life.
You let it get in the way of your life and of living. I can't say that I've never let that happen, but it's something that I'm dealing with and I'm generally okay with. When my appearance really gets to me and I'm feeling really gross about it, I try to remember a few things. One is that I am beautiful in some way because I'm a living thing.
She's gonna make me cry. She's not ugly. Like, okay, I don't think she's making herself desirable to men. And like, girls probably don't aspire to look like her, but she has the foundations. So I'm going back to what my dad once told me. I think she's just not putting, like, I put effort into me. Like, this is highlighted hair, obviously. And then I washed my hair. I blow dry my hair. And yeah, like, I'm on camera, so I'm wearing foundation, a little bit of, I put lipstick on my cheeks. And yeah, mascara. Okay, how about this? On my, if I reach 2,000 subscribers, I will go without makeup. I have videos, actually, in my history of videos without makeup. But I'll do a more recent one, a post-twin mom makeupless reaction video.
And I think living things, to me at least, have some inherent beauty. There was an interview with Johnny Depp a long time ago, which I saw on YouTube somewhere, and I think he was asked something like, what is your greatest turn on? And he said, breathing. He might have just been saying that to be funny or whatever, but it's kind of true. There's something really sexy and really beautiful about being alive. And when you think about being alive and you put that into perspective and you just think of...
Yeah, that's it. Like, now I'm bringing in my mom again. She would tell me daily, like, be happy. You have all your fingers. Be happy. You can see with your eyes. Like, you're able to breathe normally. You have these things. You should be so grateful with your gifts. With your gift. Because you never know. You might lose it one day too.
About the smallest and biggest thing, just breathing. Prettiness seems to become so insignificant and just tiny, tiny.
I see what she means.
The one way.
Oh, shit. Guys, this is how tired I am. I did not realize my YouTube is playing on my monitor speaker. I had a headset in. I even took it off and put it back on. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing. So yeah, there's gonna be an echo. I'm not redoing this because it's not gonna be genuine. So I'm sorry in advance. Anyway, is it better now?
Yeah, I can still.
No. Oh my god. Pause. I kept clicking the wrong button. Oh well. Okay, let's continue.
Is by reminding myself that I am beautiful because I am alive, because I am breathing, and
I was gonna get to something with this, but then I realized I'm so sorry, this is such a fail.
that is amazing. Another way that I console myself or deal with it is by putting things, again, into perspective. I think about the universe, and I think about human beings as a species, and how actually ridiculous we look. Other mammals have fur, and they've got...
That's what I was trying to say, is, yeah, our looks are so insignificant. I don't know why we are so obsessed. Yeah, okay, I get it. In dating, initial thing that creates an attraction is the look. But I feel like the beauty standards have just greatly exaggerated the needs of men. I don't think men actually do need. And the expectations of women in themselves. Like, I understand, okay, let's say you want, there's a difference between wanting a nose job just for yourself. Speaking of. Oh god, so big. But anyway, I'm happy with my nose. I would actually never change it. I know it can, like, what is that funny saying? Like, cut open envelopes? But like a knife. But I would not change it. And anyway, so you can want to do it just because you've always wanted it, or you might feel pressure to do it because you want it to look like someone else's nose. But then it's like, why do you want to do it? Like, why are you so keen and obsessed with one day putting money down to fix your nose? Is it actually you? Or is it still exterior motives? Reasons? Motivation? I'm sure you wouldn't want to if you didn't... Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you got like a comment on it. I don't know. I really think, because like there's women who say like, I'm doing it for me. I don't know. Are you though? I don't think you're really doing it for you. And then there's so much stuff that women do that men don't even notice. Yeah, okay, there's one freak. I'm sorry, but like there's a guy I met on a flight who loved his girlfriend because she would get up before him to put makeup on so he wouldn't have to see her without makeup. What the F? What the F is that? That's not normal. Screw that guy. Holy. But I think most guys don't notice these things.
4 legs, and they have some kind of really elegant gait.
Like it's a girl's obsession. I think girls are doing it because of other girls.
Or I mean, even cows just seem like kind of magical beings. Really elegant gait, kind of really actually ridiculous we look. Other mammals have. I think about the universe and I think about human beings as a species and how actually ridiculous we look. Other mammals.
I like this girl. She thinks big. She looks at the big picture. She doesn't look at the small. She's not obsessing. That's, I think, such a healthy mentality. She has a strong mental health.
Animals have fur and they've got 4 legs and they have some kind of really elegant gait, or, I mean, even cows.
I think she was talking about cats.
Cows just seem like kind of magical beings. Whereas humans are covered in hair, but you can't see most of it. You just see like stuff that comes out of their heads randomly. We've got these facial features that...
I think girls with hair is going to be a thing of the past. Because right now, it's just as common in women to have hair loss as it is in men. So I really think in like a few decades, the hair loss, because like I think the quality of our hair has, because of the environment and the air, like there's so many more women with thinning hair that I've seen, or women that come to me complaining about their hair and the loss, the amount of hair loss that they have. I think it's just, you know, our food isn't nutrient anymore, like potent. Even supplements, they're not as potent as they used to be. Yeah, there's so many factors, but I really think one day you're going to be looking at bald woman and thinking, damn, she's got a beautiful bald head.
That are just like very strange. Even when looking at beautiful people, if you look at them long enough, it just starts to look like ridiculous. To me at least, we don't have this elegance or majestic beauty as a species that lions have, or birds, or anything. When you put it into...
It's so true. When I worked at a salon and I saw all these women just sitting there with this color on their hair, on their head, it looks like muck, and they're just sitting with this cape and looking at the mirror. Like, I would look around and like I would really think about these Disney movies that imitate us, like the 3D Monster Inc. or whatever. They have these characters and they're doing like these human things, and you're just like, God, we're so weird. Like, why are we doing this to our hair? Like, I am totally like this. I think about shit like this in such a weird way. Like, why are we putting so many foils to like lighten our hair? It's just so weird. The beauty industry, the beauty standards, and the expectations.
This perspective, everything just seems absurd. It's not absurd to recognize that you're not the way that a lot of other people look, but it's absurd when you waste too much time on it.
And money. I like this girl.
You look at the perspective of being part of this kind of silly looking species on this planet, in this solar system, in this universe that is huge and contains life forms that we haven't even encountered yet, and that are completely foreign.
She might be on drugs though. Just kidding. Oh my god. I'm totally kidding. But no, she's so right. I like her. And I'm so happy that she has this mental strength. But now I'm kind of thinking, because she has this huge, bigger picture outlook, she's not worried about her appearance. I think she'd be a hottie biscotti if she, you know, conformed, which I think she's not for. So I don't think she actually thinks she's ugly. Not because of what she's saying, but I think like she's just like, no, screw society. I'm gonna just, be natural me. Like, I don't think there is such a thing as a natural beauty. This is a natural beauty, what we're looking at right now, this girl.
Foreign to us. I think about that, and then I come back to my face in the mirror and God, I wish I just had cheekbones or some kind of facial definition.
What the hell is she talking? Okay, I need to talk to her as a friend. Girl, you have very nice straight white teeth. Very, very nice. You have such a cute nose. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong. I have male viewers here. Tell me if I'm telling this girl or what I've said about this girl is correct or incorrect so far. I feel like she needs to hear it. She has very amazing mental toughness. Love her larger, bigger picture outlook on things. She has a beautiful hair color. But see, like, my hair will look like this if I don't blow dry it. If she blow dried it, it would look different. It would look more on trend. If she removed the glasses or even got, trendier frames, totally would change. She has such a cute little face. She has cheekbones as well. I don't know what she's talking about. She wouldn't have this here, as you can see, if she didn't have cheekbones. I think, girl, you are now fishing. You are milking it. Just kidding.
It's tiny. Another thing that goes along with the breathing and the living is that we are living creatures, which means that we're not just alive, but we're doing things. Even when we're not consciously trying or aware of things, we're breathing. And when you actually do things other than that, when you get out and you're doing stuff, and when you're really engaged.
And she has a beautiful eye color, blue. Don't we all want blue eyes? Like, aren't we putting contacts in to look like this? Yeah, guys, tell me I'm wrong. I think she is a cute girl, but she can really enhance it simply. Probably guys are like, I'm not gay. I don't know this makeup stuff. But yeah, probably to the guy, she doesn't look attractive because she's not trying. I think to a guy, he will instantly feel an attraction to a girl who's put effort in herself. Or there's guys who are, fine with natural beauty like this.
And excited in something, I feel like the last thing that I care about is how I look. I never want to get into the I look thing, something, and when breathing, and consciously trying or aware of things, we're creatures, which means that we're not just alive, but we're doing things. Even when we're not consciously trying or aware of things, we're breathing. And when you actually do things other than that, when you get out and you're doing stuff, and when you're really engaged and excited in something, I feel like the last thing that I care about is how I look. I never want to get into this place where I feel like
Well, it's true. Like, even when I was a flight attendant, I wanted to give my best version to everyone, be a good team member, also a good colleague, and a great flight attendant for my passengers. I did not once stop to look at how I look like in the lavatory, in the mirror. Like, I was just elbows deep, rolled up sleeves, trying to make a symphony out of the mess. So I get her on this. The last thing I care about is what I look like. I cared about how people were receiving me, how I felt, how they felt. The last thing I cared about was what I looked like. Unless a supervisor was like, you don't have your lipstick on. Your hair, you need to comb it. Then I'd have to backtrack.
Look like is more important than what I do. And it seems like it's a lot easier to let myself not do anything and to hold back because I don't feel that I have a certain appearance for some reason that exempts me from having to do things or it makes me any less capable, but it doesn't. It might make it harder and and it might take work on my part, but being beautiful is not an accomplishment.
Yeah, she's edited this, so I don't know how. Yeah, I feel like there's purpose in this for sure. It's not like just venting. I feel like there's some strategy here, but anyway, what did I want to add on to that? I like that she's making this video to kind of remind us to just calm the hell down with consumerism and this whole beauty industry. Holy moly. And the fake Tinder profiles we're seeing and whatever other dating app, not that I'm on them anymore, but the filters, like, oh my gosh, what do you have to bring other than this?
And being ugly doesn't have to stop you from making accomplishments. I talked about the show My Mad Fat Diary the other day, but I didn't touch on one of the main basic reasons that I really love it, because I just didn't feel I had enough time and it didn't fit in the video. But basically, that show is just this grand statement, a work of art, showing that you can be fat, or you can be ugly, or you can be whatever it is that you are, and you can still live, and you can still find happiness, and you can still be hopeful.
I don't agree with the fat. Fat is unhealthy, people. I am overweight now. Like, oh my gosh. You guys have seen me on my live. You might get mad at me for saying I'm overweight, but okay, I'm not overweight, but I'm out of shape to what I'm used to my standard, to, yeah, what I'm normally. And I know that, I recognize that, and I'm not doing the best job at getting back to it. I know I will get back to it one day, but I don't think we should sit in comfort when it's a huge risk to your life to be overweight. But that's my other YouTube video. You can go back and watch my opinions on that. But that one girl, cross it out. You cannot be fat. You can get out of that.
And you can make relationships and have friends and have lots of fun and be a good human being and grow and be happy and do the things that you want to do. And that means a lot to me. I don't think that we get that message enough, or when we do get it, it's coming from...
I agree. Thank you, madame. I am so glad you're saying it and that you had so many hits on this video. Hopefully people weren't just listening, they were hearing you. Because, yeah, I feel like the world is going down the drain with this. People are getting meaner. I feel like, yeah, we need to seriously stop with this. These crazy, unrealistic AI expectations. They're not even real. And honestly, I think this woman would be a great mom if she's not one already. She looks like she's very young, so probably not in this day and age. But she would give some good advice to her little ones for sure. And I think everyone growing up should hear these things before they step into the world, or like just be formed and conditioned with this messaging
from the people who are already seen as really pretty, so it doesn't have the same effect on me. That show has given me a lot of inspiration. There's a quote from Kristen Stewart, which I'm sure tons of other people have said, which is just, it's okay to not be okay. And I think that's one of the great things of the show, is that it lets you know that it's okay to not be okay, but also that it's okay to be okay, and that you can just be okay. You don't have to be beautiful to be okay. You don't have to be pretty to be okay. You don't have to be skinny to be okay. You don't have to have...
Skinny, sure, but like not overweight. And it's okay to not be okay, but not for too long. I hope anyone who's not okay gets through it and onto the better side of it. Because, yeah, that just makes me sad. I don't think anyone should be not okay. But you should feel the feels, for sure.
Have muscles to be okay. You don't have to have anything. You can just be you, and you can be okay with that. And you don't have to be okay with that all the time, and you can still struggle with it, but you can still find some kind of acceptance and love and happiness for yourself, and that is huge. The first episode of my Mad Fat Diary is just really fantastic too, because it deals with all these insecurities about her body, and you think that the character Ray is going to cave into it and she's going to relapse and just let her insecurities about her body take over, but she doesn't. And she just has fun, and she laughs, and she does things, and she doesn't let it get in the way of her living. And that is what I think we need.
Well, when you're overweight and obese, it's not going to last very long. If you want to be happy and careless for a long time, take care of yourself. I'm losing you, girl, in this. This I don't agree. I will always be pro-health. And please don't come at me with, I can be 300 pounds and healthy. On what planet?
To be reminded of more, and what I try to remember whenever I get dragged down by the mirror, or when I notice myself watching myself from within whenever I'm out somewhere. I can be things, and I can do things, and I don't have to let my body or my insecurities about it get in the way of what I really want. And sometimes I feel beautiful, and I think that's an important thing to recognize too, that whether anyone else can see me that way, that I can, and ultimately feeling beautiful or feeling ugly can feel like the same thing, as long as you don't.
I think the only time I felt like truly so beautiful, like on the inside and out, was when I was in my second trimester of my pregnancy. I don't know how to describe that. It's like they say the pregnancy glow or whatever, but I felt like I had such a purpose in life. That purpose was so beautiful. It made me beautiful. Like, I cannot explain this feeling, but it is probably the only time in my life where I felt flawless, and I was huge.
I feel like either one of them has to get in the way of what you can do and of who you can be, because they shouldn't and they don't, and that is something that I'm trying to remember always.
So sorry if this reaction video was a little random, a little short. Actually, half an hour. It's not short, but it is short for my reactions. But yeah, I was intrigued by this on being ugly and her whole stats on the video. And yeah, like, I guess this is a good time to just broadcast what she's saying. Highlight what she's saying. I feel like the internet world has turned people into some really self-hating, harsh critics of themselves and others. And it goes to both men and women. And like, I think we're not meant to see so many people in our lifetime like we do now with all this accessibility. It's, yeah, creating some new standards for sure. And in my world, in my perfect world, I feel like we would be in black and white, blurred, so that we can really see what's going on in here and in here. That to me is the most important beauty. But yeah, it's interesting how attraction works. It's physical first. And then I think it's pheromones. But yeah, I really wish I can talk to this girl like a friend and just, I get your message, Chiquita. But yeah, I think she knows she can be really hot. I'm not wrong, guys, right? Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow.